Welcome to NeoNexus. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on the world's most astonishing events. Imagine waking up to a peaceful morning in the Gulf of America. The sun rises gently over the horizon, casting golden light on calm waves. Fishermen prepare their boats, ready for another day at sea, completely unaware of the danger lurking below. But deep beneath the surface, hidden from human eyes, the ocean floor is silently splitting apart, setting the stage for a disaster no one could have predicted. No one on the surface suspects a thing, yet a massive crack is forming, stretching for miles, like a giant zipper coming undone at the bottom of the sea. The first hints came from scientists monitoring the area. Their equipment picked up strange rumbles, not the usual earthquakes but something new. Suddenly, water temperatures spiked, raising alarms. Satellites orbiting high above detected unusual heat signatures, as if a giant kettle was boiling beneath the waves, heating the ocean from below. Soon, sailors at sea began reporting bizarre phenomena: bubbling, hissing water, columns of steam rising from the surface, and a sharp sulfurous smell that stung their noses. All these clues pointed to something enormous and dangerous awakening beneath the Gulf, something that had been dormant for centuries. The affected area was vast, stretching for hundreds of miles, impacting a region larger than some countries. Scientists worked around the clock, piecing together satellite images, temperature spikes, and eyewitness accounts to understand what was happening. Their conclusion was shocking and terrifying. The Earth's crust beneath the Gulf was splitting open, threatening to unleash forces beyond our control. This wasn't just a minor tremor or a simple shift in the seabed. It was a massive geological event, the kind that could reshape coastlines and alter the course of history. The crack threatened to change everything for people living along the coast and for the rich wildlife that called the Gulf home. Entire ecosystems and communities were suddenly at risk. With every passing hour, the mystery deepened. News began to spread, and the world was about to find out just how serious the situation really was. The Gulf's secret was out, making headlines everywhere. But this was only the beginning of a much larger story. What would happen next? No one knew for sure. The world held its breath, waiting for answers. But one thing was certain: the world would never be the same again. The balance of nature and human life was about to shift. The countdown to disaster had begun, and time was running out for everyone in the Gulf and beyond. So, what does it mean for the ocean floor to split? It's a dramatic event that reshapes the very foundation of our planet, hidden deep beneath the waves. Imagine the Earth's surface as a cracked eggshell, tectonic plates drifting slowly, constantly shifting and grinding against each other over millions of years. Sometimes these plates pull apart, creating vast rifts deep under the sea, where the planet's crust is literally being torn open. This process, called seafloor spreading, usually happens at a snail's pace, just a few centimeters each year, almost too slow to notice. But in the Gulf of America, something extraordinary is happening. The split is racing ahead, faster than ever recorded in geological history, catching scientists off guard. To investigate, scientists sent down robot submarines, or ROVs, equipped with cameras and sensors to explore the mysterious depths. They discovered a jagged canyon, stretching for miles, with steep walls and a gaping chasm at its center. Glowing magma was oozing from the crack, lighting up the darkness with an eerie red glow, a sign of the Earth's raw power. As the magma cooled, new rock formed instantly, creating fresh ocean floor right before their eyes, a process that usually takes centuries. The water above boiled and bubbled, filled with strange chemicals and minerals released from deep within the Earth, creating a toxic, alien environment. The ROVs confirmed extreme heat and dangerous gases rising from the rift, including toxic plumes that could threaten life for miles around. This was geology in action, a new piece of the planet being born, a rare chance to witness Earth's inner workings exposed. But the speed and scale were alarming. Never before had such rapid changes been observed, raising urgent questions about what might come next. Rapid splits can trigger underwater earthquakes and tsunamis, sending massive waves toward coastlines and putting millions at risk. They also release gases and minerals that can harm marine life, disrupting delicate ecosystems and threatening species that depend on stable conditions. The scientific community was both fascinated and deeply concerned, racing to analyze data and understand the full impact of this event. The world needed to know. This was no ordinary event. It was a wake-up call for everyone, from scientists to governments. The Gulf split was a rare, dangerous phenomenon, unlike anything seen in recent memory, with the potential to change the region forever. Scientists rushed to warn authorities and the public, sharing their findings and urging immediate action to prepare for possible disasters. The race to understand and respond had begun, as emergency teams and researchers worked around the clock. The stakes couldn't be higher. The future of the Gulf, and perhaps the world's coastlines, hung in the balance. Once scientists confirmed the threat, after days of analyzing ocean data and seismic readings, they knew immediate action was needed. They quickly alerted the U.S. government, sharing their findings and urging for a rapid response. Top leaders declared a state of emergency, shutting down the entire Gulf of America to prevent disaster and protect lives. All ships, fishing, cargo, and crews were ordered out of the danger zone immediately, with harbors and ports cleared in record time. The Coast Guard set up a strict perimeter, using ships and helicopters to patrol the area and keep everyone away from the threat. The FAA responded by banning all flights over the affected area, grounding planes and rerouting air traffic to ensure safety. Daily press conferences kept the public informed with clear, simple updates, making sure everyone understood the seriousness of the situation. Emergency alerts went out to millions along the coast, urging people to stay away, follow instructions, and be ready for further updates. Evacuation plans were drawn up, with shelters and emergency supplies prepared on higher ground, ready to receive anyone in need. The government worked closely with local leaders, coordinating efforts to protect every community and ensure no one was left behind. The goal was clear: prevent panic, keep people safe, and be ready for anything, including the possibility of a devastating tsunami. The response was swift and highly organized, with emergency teams deployed and rescue operations standing by. Safety was the top priority, with every effort focused on protecting lives and minimizing risk. The crisis demanded immediate action, and every available resource, from military trucks to FEMA teams, was mobilized without delay. Across the country, the nation watched anxiously. Families gathered around televisions, waiting to see what would happen next. The world was on high alert as global leaders monitored the crisis and prepared to offer support if needed. The split devastated the Gulf's marine life. Sudden hot water and chemicals created dead zones. No oxygen, no life. Coral reefs bleached and died, disrupting entire ecosystems. Gases like methane and sulfur dioxide polluted water and air, threatening weather patterns. The fishing industry collapsed, leaving families without income. Coastal economies suffered as tourism and seafood vanished. Fear and uncertainty gripped communities, with evacuation bags packed and eyes on the sea. The once thriving Gulf was now a zone of anxiety and loss. Amid crisis, scientists and rescue teams became heroes. Geologists and oceanographers mapped the rift, risking their lives in dangerous conditions. ROVs and AUVs collected vital data on temperature, chemicals, and the rift's growth. Marine biologists rescued injured sea creatures, setting up coastal rehab centers. Every sample and observation helped predict what might happen next. Their work was crucial for understanding and responding to the disaster. They couldn't save everything, but their dedication offered hope. The world watched as these teams fought to protect life and knowledge. Their courage inspired a shaken nation. What's next? Scientists see several possibilities. Best case, the split slows, magma cools, and the Gulf begins to heal, though recovery could take decades. Worst case, the rift widens, triggering more volcanic activity, earthquakes, or even a tsunami. Coastal evacuation plans remain critical. There's also a chance the geography could change forever. A new ocean basin, or even an island, could form. The future is uncertain, but scientists are monitoring every moment. More data means better predictions and safer decisions. The Gulf story is still unfolding. The world waits, hoping for the best but preparing for the worst. Nature's power is undeniable and unpredictable. The Gulf disaster reminds us: be prepared for the unexpected, stay informed, trust official sources, not rumors. Every family needs a disaster plan. Know evacuation routes, meeting places, and emergency contacts. Keep a go-bag ready with essentials: water, food, first aid, documents, and cash. Preparation brings calm in chaos. This crisis also shows the power of community. Scientists, leaders, and citizens working together can face any challenge. Help your neighbors, share resources, and stay positive. Disasters are frightening, but they reveal our resilience. Together, we can weather any storm our changing planet brings.